Hello guys, a few months ago I talked about how you can escape low elo as a jungler, and yeah, it was some time ago, but finally today I want to talk about how you can escape mid elo as a jungler. So mid elo is for me around platin, emerald and maybe low diamond. How do you escape this elo bracket? So last time for low elo players I said do full clears. Start at your red buff, or if you start on top side, on red side, start at your blue buff. Do full clear, just red, golems, chickens, wolves, blue and gromp into scuttle crab. But now at mid elo it changes a little bit. Because in loading screen you should already, that's the first point. In loading screen, if you're for example a emerald player, you should look at your teammates. You should look at top lane, who is top lane, who is my top laner, who is the enemy top laner, who is my bot lane, enemy bot lane, and same for mid lane. This is very important because, for example, if there are two bruisers at top lane, for example, Set and Renekton. I have a Set and the enemy top laner is a Renekton. They are melee champions, which means they are gonna fight a lot and they are gonna get low HP. That in this case, I would most likely want to start on bot side and then do a full clear path towards top side. This is very important. You want to know where you start. And you know that by looking at your and at the enemy team. For example, if your top laner is Ornn, and the enemy top laner is Cho'Gath, you don't want to start at your bot side because they are two tanks and it's very hard to, like, how do I say it? A tank like Ornn won't carry your game. A tank like Ornn is not your win condition. So that's why you maybe don't want to path top side. Or also if there are like, it's like just two champions. One reason is there is no win condition, Ornn is no win condition, or if it's just two tanks, they will never die, usually. In this case, you should not path top side. In this case, you should start at your top side. For example, now I'm blue side, I started my blue buff. And then path to my bot side because maybe my bot side is win condition. Maybe I have a Kog'Maw with Lulu, or I have a Lucian and Nami, and they scale and they dominate the early game. They dominate the early game, they don't scale Lucian. But then I want to path bot side so that I can help them, give them kills and take over the game. That's the first thing. Look at your laners and decide where you want to start. Don't always autopilot, don't always start on your bot side and then full clear and go bottom mid and base and full clear again. You have to think a little bit more. That's the first point. Then the second point is you have to look at the map a little bit more and also counter jungle. For example, if you have an enemy jungler, you see him, the enemy jungler is, for example, for example, we have a ward here, we see, for example, it's Viego. Viego is doing his blue buff, he's doing his gromp, and he's going to gank my bot side. You can then go over and take his camps. If you know the enemy camps are up, for example, you can ping your bot side, ping, Viego is coming, I take your camps now. And then Viego is going to try to gank and waste a lot of time, but he gets nothing. And I counter jungle, boom, and I go out, okay, I have shield. And that's one thing where you can easily get a huge lead and dominate games. That was the second point. Look at the map, look at the jungler, look where the enemies are. You see the mid laner roaming to bot, wants to kill your bot. Ping, 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 ping. Ping them back. Use pings. That's the third thing. Use pings. And try to help with pings. Try to help your teammates. Okay? The fourth thing, how to escape mid elo, is: do you want to do dragon or do you want to do grubs? Because dragon spawns at 5 minutes and grubs spawn at 6 minutes. You often maybe don't know, should I always go to grubs? Do I need them? Do I need dragon more? What's better? And to be honest, most of the times, dragon is automatically better. You don't have to think too much, because grubs help you to push faster, to split faster. For example, if you have a Fiora, if you have a Sion, if you have a, how is it called, Yorick or Tryndamere, they split very fast. They try to take the top side, then after they've taken the top side, they go back, they TP bot side, take bot side. For those champions, it's good to take grubs. But in mid elo, to be honest, top laners don't really use this split pushing stuff, and they don't really use the effects of grubs that well. So to be honest, in mid elo, if you're platin emerald, you should do the dragons most of the times. If you really have a like split pushing team, if you really have like, or the enemy has a split pushing team and you don't want the enemies to like split push too hard, it's of course useful to get some grubs, but I would prioritize dragons if you ask me. Often in mid elo games also take pretty long still, like over 30 minutes, and at 30 minutes you get like more and more drakes and maybe even soul and then elder drake, and this is often where games are decided in mid elo. So that's why prioritize dragons over grubs. And to be honest, I wanted to end the video here, but I just realized one more thing. If you want to do the dragon, please look at the wave states. Look, is my mid laner pushing into the enemy mid laner? Is my bot lane pushing into the enemy bot lane? Maybe there's a huge wave at the enemy bot lane and they have to collect it. I can ping my bot lane, please help me, I'm doing the dragon now. And then they come and you do the dragon together. Or maybe the enemy bot lane just base or is about to base, then you can do the dragon. Or you see the enemy jungler at top side, you can do the dragon, because he's not here, you can sneak it, and yeah. So don't just mindlessly walk at the objectives and try to steal them, because often it doesn't work out. You die, the enemy gets the dragon, and then it also sucks. So yeah, that were basically all the points I wanted to point out. Yeah, it was a spontaneous video, but if it helped you, please let me know. Write anything in the comments if you have some questions. And yeah, I think I'm gonna post it like that. See you guys next time, and GG, let's go.